After having some microphone distortion issues, which I'm not sure what caused them. I don't think it was me speaking too close to the microphone, because that's me speaking right next to the microphone now. But I decided to see if it was a problem with the internal microphone, and got some various microphone kits for the iPad. So I'm just going to try these out, and I'm going to warn you in advance, this may get really loud. So it might be a good idea if you've got headphones in or if you've got your speakers on. Normally my videos are, I think, relatively quiet compared to average YouTube content, but it's about to get a lot louder, and you can judge for yourself. It's unfortunate the microphone position is right next to where I am at the moment, so the first thing I'm going to try is this suspicious looking little microphone, which looks just like a jack plug, which someone has glued a microphone into the end of. And then just tucked the wires in and pushed it shut. And looking online, I saw that these jack plugs are available with the 4 pins that are used in the iPad. So that's probably what it is. So this is I'm going to try this one first. So it's going to get plugged in now. And you'll hear a couple of clicks as the iPad recognises the microphone and does some tests. And then things should get a lot louder right now. The next thing I'm going to try is putting this little foam shield on it, which isn't going to really attenuate the sound much, but it's on now, and it will, it will prevent any sort of pops from air, because the foam breaks up the noise, the sound waves, and stops any air buffeting against the microphone directly. So that's with that test. So now I'm going to unplug them again, and suddenly it'll go quite quiet, and that's the internal microphone again. And I'll plug this extension lead in. This is just a jack to a socket. So I'll plug this in, and the internal microphone will still be working. And I'll plug this microphone in here. And I shall position it down about halfway down my chest, just to see, is this going to still be ridiculously loud? I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Now I'm going to unplug and go back to the internal microphone again, and try this one. Now this one, you'll recognise immediately this seems to be a very standard jack body that's used by the iPod type manufacturers, the product manufacturers. So this one has wires coming out, and it's going to the end of this, and that is tiny. They've put a tiny little, I should actually move it to where you can actually see it, a tiny little microphone in the end of that wire. They've just touched the wires onto it and then put heat shrink around the whole thing. So I'm going to plug this in now. And that's that microphone down there. I'm not sure how loud that's going to be, but again, if I put it into the sort of middle of the chest position, I'm not sure if that's going to be deafeningly loud or it's going to be acceptable. But certainly when I was testing them earlier, I thought it was quite loud, maybe a wee bit too almost distortingly loud. So I've done a bit of research. There's a surprise. And I found that in the jack plug, the first connection, the first band, if it's got the bands that go down like this, and then the sort of pip that goes round the little tip pad later on, it's divided into 4 sections. This is it's the common ground connection, and this one is the microphone, and the other 2 are the left and right. I'm not sure if that's left and that's right or not, but the main thing is I'm not really interested in those 2. All I'm really interested in is the common ground connection here and the microphone, because I reckon that if you just got a standard electret microphone with its pads in the back, and one of the pads is usually connected onto the screen of the body, that's usually the negative one. So if that went, just wired that to there, and then the signal one to there, that should actually make a microphone. So it may be possible to do that, and then maybe even, I'm not 100% sure how this would work, maybe even put a resistor across here. I don't know how much active electronics, I believe that you can bridge these 2 together to get the equivalent of a button press, and there are various functions like volume up, volume down, so on, that involve different resistors, so I'm not 100% sure if I can do this or not. It may even be possible to put a resistor in line to try and attenuate the volume, or I suppose ultimately the tip of the microphone itself with this little hole in the middle and then this black mesh covering it. I suppose you could just put something over that to try and attenuate the volume. I'm not really sure, but it's certainly worth it's worth experimenting with. So I've ordered a few wee bits for that, but I've just ordered them today, so they won't be here for a while. However, that concludes this audio test. You can let me know what you think of the sound quality and the volume from these other microphones.